friends, I have an outrageous amount of BTS photo cards to put away today, mostly because we have Permission to Dance OT7 and oh god, Chuseok OT7. So I mean, these are, you know, fat stacks of cards. But since they're also kind of boring to put away, I figured I could also make this sort of a story time where I share my experience going to all 4 of their LA Permission to Dance shows. So stay tuned for that. I'm actually going to start off in my album binder because I just have a few cards to put away here, and then we'll get into the story time once I'm just like mindlessly putting away like hundreds of mini photo cards. I've been reconsidering my efforts to collect OT7 for Korean albums, especially because like the new printing stuff has got me really concerned about the ability to get cards that all match. So I don't know, I've got to rethink this a little bit now that I'm like almost done. I mean, I say I'm almost done, but there's still obviously quite a bit to do. But we have some additions to this page. This is Persona version 1. I think I just had this set up, yeah, kind of in a random pattern. I was like, why is Yoongi there? It's not where he goes. He goes here. So we'll be able to move some people to their rightful place. Who am I missing? Just Jimin, of course. The card that I want probably the most from this set because I think he looks so precious in it. So Jin will go here. I really thought this Jin card was lost in the mail for a while, and then it magically turned up, so that's great. And we've got Tae. Perfect. So I guess I'll move everyone to their rightful place. So now it just becomes glaringly obvious that Jimin is not here. Come home, Jimin. Yeah, like sets where I'm like this close to finishing, I think I will finish. Sets where I'm still pretty far away, like looking back at Mod 7, I only have 4 of these cards. I think I'm probably just gonna stop there. I don't know how I'm gonna set up my binder, but yeah. I don't know if Mod 7 is having like the new printing issues that like I know Love Yourself is. Like this, for example, I'll try to finish. I just need JK. This one, I just need Tae. I'll probably try to finish it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking now. Moving on to Answer. I might stop here with Answer, just because they're not, these 2 aren't my favorite photo card sets anyway, and this page looks really nice. But obviously I had to finish up. Oh my god, am I finishing this page? I am! This is so exciting. This is actually my favorite set from Answer, but it actually took me a while to get done, even though it was my favorite. So that's really exciting. Wow, I don't think I realized that until right now. Wow, I'm so happy to have that finished. So that's great. And that's all that I have to put away. So just to give you a recap, I will probably stay where I am here and be done. I might try to finish this set, but these are just so hard to get, the Yoongi and the Tae. It's already done. This page, I don't know what to do because I do have an extra Jimin over here, so like this page is like overfilled, so I can't really, I don't know, we'll do something there, but this is going to be, both of these are going to be hard sets to finish. I don't know if I want to attempt that anymore. And I definitely want to finish this and just get that little Yoongi card that I love. And then that's that. So I don't know. That's where I'm at. If you have any thoughts, I'd be open to them. I have felt a little lost in my collecting goals at the moment. But now that they're like on hiatus, on vacation, even though they are blowing up our Instagrams, maybe I'll have some more time to devote to this. Oh, now we can move on to the big binder. All right, I do have one DVD photo card to put away. Actually, though, I also have, I ended up getting the Memories of 2019 Blu-ray, just because I decided that I wanted it. And mine didn't come with like the full set of these, but it did come with the one random one. So I have this like random Yoongi that I think I'll probably just put back here with the other ones since I don't have a full set. But it's a very pretty card nonetheless, or raw photo, whatever. Okay, now, actually, where should I put away these? I haven't like cracked open my binder in so long that I am kind of lost. Okay, so technically these are a concert postcard. So maybe I can put them here behind the other concert postcards and before the other sized inclusions, or I could put them here after the Mots 1 DVD things. so it's more chronological in order. I think I'd rather them be like size based, so I think I'm gonna put them here for now. So we'll put Ginny up top. These are so beautiful. Oh, I still think that Shadow was probably the best, or not the best, my favorite performance. Oh, and then Hobie. That's fun. This little belly gets me every time. Try to stagger these a little bit so you can see the tiniest bit of the backs. Namjoon. So that looks like that, which is really nice. Do I want them to be flipped? I think that's fine for now. We've got Jimin, Tae, and JK. I think I said this in my unboxing, but again, I don't think that unboxing made it to the light of day. But I don't love JK's photo. I think everyone else has such a beautiful, like, close-up of him, and then JK's like kind of far away and it's got people's hands in front of him. Weird choice. Okay, now we have a DVD, or I guess a Blu-ray photo card to put away. I haven't really thought about where this is gonna go, so maybe I did think about it. I did. I think I wanted to put it right there. Still don't know what to do with this what is it called, winter package photo card. It really just doesn't belong here. All right, now for the part that we've all been waiting for, a bunch of mindless putting away of mini photo cards. Oh, did I already put sleeves in? I guess so. Okay, good on me. All right. I've reorganized all the cards now. I like to do my OT7 sets for mini PCs with like one of each member, so you get to see the whole group all together. So I tried to rearrange them so they were in that order. But yeah, let's just go put them away, starting with the special cards, and then I'll move on to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that sort of thing. Let's talk a little bit about my experience seeing BTS live 4 times, which was so exciting. I am from Atlanta. I live in Atlanta currently, so I was flying out to see them from there. I fortunately have lots of friends in LA, so I didn't have to deal too much with like finding lodging. So that was really exciting. And I was obviously going with my friend Jane, who you guys all know as Golden _JJK on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. There we go. But I was also going with my friend Jen, who is like an IRL friend, like we've known each other from college, that kind of thing, and I got her into BTS. So she's from Atlanta, but she was currently visiting family, so we sort of met there in LA. Gosh, I cannot get this open. There we go. So the journey all began on Friday. I left on Black Friday, so like the day after Thanksgiving, because I didn't really have plans. It wasn't a big deal. I was able to fly out there, so I had plenty of time to get there before the concert started. I was able to stay with friends, like I mentioned, so I not only got to see BTS, but like I got to see my friends and have a really great time with them, and do lots of fun stuff in LA. But yeah, let's jump into the concert experience. Day 1, I was sitting alone. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbled and the way that we got seats. And I was like kind of excited about that. I was like, this is going to be such a great experience, sort of experience BTS live for the first time on my own without having to like, not that I felt like I would have to act different around like my friends and people, but you know, just to be sort of like by yourself with BTS, which I thought was going to be kind of lovely and nice. But if you know anything about how night 1 went at the stadium, it ended up being like not so great for me. I am an introvert. I don't love crowds. I get anxious at sort of events like this because I'm scared of, you know, bad people being there and doing bad things. So anyway, we got there probably too late because we didn't really realize, I guess obviously we knew there were gonna be a million people there, but we didn't realize how long it was gonna take to get into the stadium. I don't think anyone sort of realized that. I am still missing Tae's number 1. But yeah, we got there probably like 5:30 or so. We got there, we took some photos. We like attempted some merch things, got album cards, that sort of thing. Went to the booth where you get lucky draws. That was fun. And then we were like, oh, maybe we need to get in this line because it was like looking outrageous. So we get in line. Me and Jane are able to hang out together in line because we had a similar like entry door. But yeah, we were just waiting in this super long line. Nobody knows really what all the lines are for. Everyone is confused. That's not the right place. There's not a SoFi employee in sight. Like, horribly managed. The line management was outrageous. The line itself was super long. It was bad. And so it gets to be like 7 o'clock and we are still so far from entering the stadium and we're getting super nervous. And that's when Jane and I had to sort of split up because we really thought like we had to go to our correct entry gates. So from that point on, I was by myself, already anxious, right? And then, yeah, we get past like the initial, what we thought was like the line where they were checking stuff. And this one big line actually was just like a line that merged into, it was like multiple lines that merged into one big hodgepodge where, again, nobody knew what the hell was going on. People are running around causing chaos, but everyone's also like, this is crazy. Like, why are we running? Like, this is dangerous. So that was all very hectic and confusing. It was like pure fucking chaos. And then finally we get to the part in the stadium where like they're like the entry gates, like where they're like checking people's tickets is what they're supposed to be doing to get in. And I'm like, okay, the line's, long, but I think I'm gonna be able to get in. I'll just have to rush to find my seat, blah, 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 blah. And while I'm in the line for that entry, the SoFi Stadium employee that is there, I'm still missing this group and that JK, just says something about a bag check. And I was like, okay, yeah, gotta do a bag check. Like, that's what I expected, whatever. But no, what she's actually saying is, we're not checking bags, just go. And they say, but make sure you have your ticket out. So I, of course, have my like Ticketmaster app up. I'm ready to get that scan, blah, blah, blah. And then no one ever checks my ticket. So they did not check my bag. They did not check my vaccine card. They did not check my ticket to get into the show. And not just mine, like the hundreds of people that were around me at all the entry gates that were trying to get in at that point didn't check tickets. Just was like, yeah, come on in. We all paid a lot of money for these tickets. Obviously, we wanted it to be a safe event in which, people went through metal detectors and had their bags checked and were vaccinated. And that just did not happen day one. Again, it was pure chaos. I guess I'm still missing these cards too. So that made me extremely uncomfortable because the entire time I'm now like running to get to my seat on time. First of all, SoFi, I don't like it as a stadium. I think it's extremely inaccessible. As someone who cannot like see or hear very well, it was extremely hard to navigate. There was no one there to help you really. The signage is very poor and all of the font is inaccessible. It was very hard to read. Very disappointed in sort of that when it came to the stadium. So yeah, it took me quite a while to get, I'm putting these in all the wrong places. It took me quite a while to get to my seat and find it. And then when I got there, I was worried that there was going to be someone in my seat that shouldn't be there because anyone could have gotten in. It was absolute chaos. But by like 7:15 or so, the show starts at 7:30. I am in my seat, anxious as hell, just ready to have a good time kind of thing. This is a nice full page. And then the show started. And to be honest, I had a really hard time having fun that first night. Obviously, the boys were incredible. It was so fun to see them live and in the flesh. But I was really shaken up after like what had happened. Like the entire time I was like trying to have fun, but I was really scared, honestly, that someone was going to come in and do something bad. It just worried me a lot. And I thought I was going to have fun like being by myself, but after the chaos of like getting in, I think I would have really had a much better time if I was like with a friend, to sort of shake off that feeling. That being said, it was an incredible concert. Like I had a great time. I was just disappointed at the circumstances around it. And I think the boys even talked about it too in like the live after, and that like it just felt kind of weird. You know what I mean? It was weird for them to be back after all this time. And so yeah, of all the concerts, the first concert was definitely not my favorite, which is okay because there was 3 more to go. Yeah, so then getting out of the stadium was kind of crazy too. But luckily we had like bought parking passes and rented a car. So we didn't ever get stuck too long after the concert. That's not where that goes. Which was, really, really nice. So yeah, that was day one. We went to In-N-Out Burger afterwards. I got to meet some of our other army friends from the internet here, like Lex from Lex Finds Gin, Courtney from BTS Potato. Yeah, so that was all good and fun. And then we were on to day 2. Day 2, I was sitting kind of in the nosebleeds. Basically how the ticketing worked out is that we did multi-days of ticketing for a lot of different people. And one of our friends coming from Atlanta could only go one day, and she could only go on Sunday. And so we had two really good seats for that night and two that were in the nosebleed. And I'm not gonna say bad seats because they were absolutely not bad seats. So I ended up going with them. Since I was going to all 4 shows, I was like, listen, I'll take the nosebleed. Like, I'm not that concerned about it. Plus I thought it might be fun to see it from that perspective as well. And I was right. It ended up being really, really cool to see it up there. This night, SoFi had their shit way more together. They were doing at least the bare minimum of getting people in safely and checking their tickets, and their bags and their vaccine cards. So that put me way at ease so I could really enjoy the show. And I got to drink before this concert, which was really fun. So me and my friend had a couple of drinks. We were feeling loose and happy, and yeah, we had a lovely time in the 500 section. Do not knock it till you try it. I need to now switch over to these, so let me get some things. But yeah, it ended up being like really, really fun. It's a very fun perspective to see like their formations in 3D. Like, I know that sounds kind of weird, but I think I'm gonna put them here so all of the 8 pocket page things are together. But like, I've literally never seen them live, and I obviously love their dance. So you never get to see those performances 3D, right? Like, even if we're watching them, it's still a 2D image we are sort of seeing. So it's the first time I got to actually like see what they look like as they're dancing, and to be able to see from that sort of like bird's eye perspective was pretty cool. I don't see super well, like I mentioned. And one thing I didn't love about the concert production in general is that the big screen that was like in the back that like oftentimes you have to rely on to see things, especially if you're not super close. Oh, there's not going to be a group card. Huh. Maybe I'll just make pillars. I didn't think about that. I'll ponder that later. Anyway, the screen had a bunch of like graphics over it, which really bothered me because I had to rely on that screen to see things very frequently. Like, I could not see them from far away. And there was always things on the screen, which was really frustrating. But anyway, when you're sitting really far back, you don't have to make the choice to like look at the screen or look at the boys. You kind of get to see both at once. So it ended up being one of my favorite nights of the show, just because I could sort of take it all in, which was really fun. And the boys were having like such a good time on night 2. I think they finally got to loosen up and just like have more fun with Army, and that was really exciting. So day 2 was a win all around. And then there was obviously a break in the show dates, so I got to do some other stuff with friends, like eat and hang out and drink and celebrate my friend who had just gotten engaged, which was really exciting that we got to be there for that. We went to the dam where they filmed on. It's called the Sepulveda Dam. Me and my friend went there, and we've been learning the On chorus for the past month or so, ever since we got the tickets, because we knew that we wanted to do that. It's always been a bucket list item of mine. As soon as I saw the On Kinetic Manifesto film, I said, I want to go there and I want to do that because it sounds cool. And I did it, which like was really exciting for me. It felt like an accomplishment. So that was really fun. One of the days we went out there, hiked out there, and did that, and it was a good time. We ended up not getting any merch the entire time we were there, because it was just outrageous. They really sold out so quickly, and then they didn't have any Permission to Dance merch, and the lines were just, like I mentioned, outrageous. So we kind of just decided not to, and did some other stuff instead, and it was a good time. So getting to concerts 3 and 4. For 3, I was in like the 200 levels. But that's about where I was day 1 as well, but definitely closer to the stage, like, 'cause I was on like the left side rather than like back in the center where I was in the first night. And that was really fun because I got to see that show with my friend Jen, who again, it was like an IRL friend that I got into BTS. So that was really exciting to be able to see the show with her. We had a really good time. The boys were doing a great job. And yeah, that was like really fun. That was the first time I could like see their faces. Not always, but sometimes. Most of the time I had to like ask my friend Jen, like, which one's that? Which one's that? Because I, again, don't see well. But she was able to make out all their faces and like had a really great time being that close. So that was really exciting. And that was, I like lost my mind. When they did like this thing where they like, got on carts to get a little bit closer to the audience. And that was the first time that I got to see Namjoon's face like with my own, this is gonna sound stupid, with my own two eyes. It was when they were doing telepathy on the cart. And yeah, he like came, you know, by us, and I could like actually like make out his facial features with my own eyeballs without like seeing it on a screen or anything like that. And I lost my mind. Sobbed. It was embarrassing, but I sobbed. My friend that I was with, Jen, was like, "Are you okay?" And no, I was not okay. It was just very exciting to like truly see them in the flesh. Like that was the first time that it ever really hit me, that we were all there. Why did they do this? It's so frustrating. Jimin and Hobie's like don't have the same number of backs that are the right color. So I don't know, whatever. So yeah, that was day 3. It was really fun. Probably, I don't know. It's hard to pick favorites, honestly, because I had such different experiences every night, and that was what was really cool about it. But day 3 also just had such a good set list. Oh my god, I didn't even talk about day 2, Meg. Meg coming out obviously rocked all of our worlds. We expected her to be there because we were like, why wouldn't she be? Like, this would be so much fun. But yeah, when she came out, I think I harmed something in my throat, like permanently, because we were just so excited. So why does Hobie have this card? Why does he have this day 1 in all these other night ones? Anyway, yes. And then day 4, we got to the stadium super early. We wanted to have a good time and actually like hang out there because we hadn't done any of the like, you know, festival kind of stuff there. So that was really fun. We got to go to like the McDonald's booth and the cosmetics booths and stuff like that. So that was really a good time. Because the reason we got there super early also was because that was the night that I had gold VIP sound check. Which was obviously really exciting. I am so glad that I got sound check in general, and then that it was for the 4th night. I just think that was like a really special time to be there. Plus I got to enjoy the concert like from a couple different vantage points before I was going to be down on the floor, which obviously makes it a little harder to see because I am short and, you know, you're not like up in a riser being able to see everything. So it was nice to kind of know what was going to happen and just be able to experience it kind of close up this time. So we did sound check on day 4. Me and Jane got to sit together. It was the first time that we got to sit together, which is very, very funny. This is the JK and Tay that I'm missing from these sets. We had like a lovely time, lots of waiting around, but it ended up being worth it. Obviously it was a very good time. The sound check itself was really fun. They did Idol and So What, which was like crazy for them to like pull that out in a sound check. I feel like it was just like a very hype sound check. We had a very good time, and I was so nervous that I wasn't going to be able to see them. Again, I've mentioned this like 400 times, but I don't have great vision, so I was nervous that even when I was going to be on the floor in like really good seats, that I wouldn't be able to like see them and make out their faces. And as soon as they came out for sound check, I was like, oh yeah, no, I could see them for sure. And so that was just like so exciting. The concert itself was wild. It was obviously their last night, so it was emotional and fun, and we cried and laughed and danced, and Coldplay was there, which was crazy. And yeah, it was just like an absolutely lovely time. I didn't take any like photos or videos, but I let Jane borrow my phone because like I had just gotten this new iPhone that has like pretty good video quality and stuff, and I have a bunch of space on it, and like her phone was getting filled up. So she filmed a lot of like really precious, sweet moments between the boys, and like the quality is very nice because we were very close. So yeah, that was really exciting. And yeah, it was like a lovely time. Like it really, really was. Night 4 was so sad to walk out of that stadium and know that, you know, there were no more immediate concert dates. But we then got the news that they were going to do, you know, Permission to Dance, the concert in Seoul. And that was like really exciting to hear from them. And yeah, it ended up being just all around a very lovely experience. I had a great time in LA in general, hanging out with my friends, and then obviously hanging out with BTS. And yeah, it was lovely and great and highly recommend. If they do go on a world tour, which we're hoping they do in 2022, if you can make it, it's worth it for sure. So that was a lot of cards to put away. These are just absolutely stunning. Now that I've put them all away though, I do wonder if I should just not do them in this order, but they're so pretty all together. Like I love seeing all OT7 together. That's what those look like. I am still from this set, which I would prefer to complete over Permission to Dance, just because like this is such a special set. It's so beautiful. I'm missing 47 Tay and I think it's 55 JK. And I have so many duplicates, so many extras. So if you have these cards, I am trading multiple for these. So like, I don't know, I'll give you 5 cards if you want them. Like, I don't need all these duplicates. I just need these 2 cards. That is all that I have for you today for BTS. If you went to the concerts, let me know what your experience was. I'm so curious to hear about it. And if you weren't able to go to the concert, if you're able to watch, you know, on Twitter or watch when they did the live stream, please let me know your thoughts. It was such a fun time. It was such a fun time. I don't know how else to describe it. It's been like a week now and I'm just looking back on it so fondly. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more content like this, go ahead and give me a subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!